Good morning. Welcome to the homestead. Well, went out to the garden while I was out there, look at this. It's a normal sized zucchini. Yay, dinner. Let's get busy. Well, it is seriously hot today. According to the index, it says it feels like it's 100. I believe it. Got my wet cloth on and got my hat on to try to keep me cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep the garden, preparing it to when it cools down and the sun drops, I can go ahead and start planting. So right now I'm just going to fill dirt in the empties that I've got sitting up, because I've set up this new section right here, and then I set up another new section over there, and I contemplated setting up another new section also over here. And the reason for the new sections is so I can go ahead and start planting what needs to be planted while these things are still going. Watermelon. I've got those black-eyed peas I need to plant. I got my sweet potatoes I need to plant, and I've got the little sprouts of tomatoes and more pumpkins. Only one pumpkin is going. I'll show that to you a little bit later. And it's getting pretty big already. The rest of the seeds are either delayed or they're not coming. Maybe I planted too deep, and so it's taking a while for them to come up. I don't know. Sometimes I do that, but we'll have to wait and see. But it's been a week since I planted them, maybe a little longer, and so they may just be failed seeds. Inside the grow tunnel, I'm going to take out the tomatoes, except one that has some tomatoes on it. I'm going to take out the tomatoes, I'm taking out the cucumbers, I'm taking out the zucchinis. The zucchinis were failed ×2, so I'm never going to do zucchini inside again. Never doing tomatoes inside, and never doing anything that requires pollination inside. I put them inside because I didn't want those dumb squash worms, which my outside garden's doing beautiful, and I did not get any squash worms. Maybe they haven't figured out that there's a garden here. Maybe they'll come next year. I don't know, but hopefully they won't. Maybe they've already been infected and I just don't know the squash worms are in there, but they're doing really good, so I think we're doing good. Anyway. And I keep getting bit by things, but they're not mosquitoes, they're different. I've got 3 bites right here, maybe 4, and I've got 2, 3, 4 on my 2 on my ankles, 1 on each ankle, 1 up on my hip, 1 on my side. I think they're spider bites. They're hard, and they've got a big hard lump to them, and the skin all around them itches. So I think I'm getting bit by spiders while I'm out here. There's a lot of spiders, and so, but they're not mosquito bites and they're not chiggers, so whatever I'm getting bit by is something different. Okay, now what I need to do is gather up the wheelbarrow and a shovel and go over to that mulch pile that I've got on the other side, the old one, not the new one, and gather up some dirt. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the grow bags directly that I have sitting over here. It'll be a hee-ho to get them out, but it'll be better than shoveling them in and then shoveling it out. So it's only shoveling at one time. And so I'll top it off with the garden soil that I bought. I don't think it's any better. I think that stuff's pretty dang good. Anyhow, those bags are fairly good size, and so I want to fill them with as much of that soil over there as possible. And then I'll fertilize them. I fertilized the lower half of all of these. I did not fertilize the top half because the baby growths will have the nutrition that's inside this organic soil that I purchased, and then after that they'll find, when the roots grow, they'll find all the extra nutrition. And so that's my thought anyhow. Don't know if it's a good thought or a bad thought. So let's go over to the mulch bin. Okay, I decided to save me some work. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the garden tractor and the bin that pulls behind it, the wagon. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the garden mower and the wagon that goes behind it, and that will cause me a lot of less strenuous effort. And I think that will be better than going clear across the property and then bringing back a lot of dirt clear across the property, because that gets old really fast. So let me grab the garden tractor, but I'll have to also go get the key for the mower. Okay, I got ants. I'm gonna need to go get some ant killer because I can't transfer ants over into the garden. Such is a shame about those ants, because where those ants have their mound or their house, that looks like really good rich soil. I had to avoid all that soil because I put the ant killer all in it, and I put a lot. Anyway, it's going to break down over time, and I'll just dig in other places. However, in certain areas, especially to the outside edge, there's a lot of sticks that haven't decomposed yet because they didn't get tumbled about. They just kind of rested there. These are neglected piles. They did get tumbled about when they came and dug for the water, and they moved everything and they put it back, and that really helped the mulch bin. So as these things start to rot down or whatever, decompose, I need to come in and do a bunch of flipping and stuff to make sure that the top also gets down, and so it can decompose. Anyhow, neither here nor there. Let's go do this. I went to cut through there to go get some garden soil, and there's one of those big gigantic yellow zigzag spiders they call the garden spider. He was not there yesterday because I was using that path yesterday. So I've got my homemade mixture of peppermint soap, tea tree oil soap, vinegar, hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, and water. Something's bound to kill it. It didn't kill it. It shook it to the core, and it just kind of froze there, but now it's climbing up the tunnel. There's another one over here. I don't know what it's doing. I don't think it killed it either, but I did kind of get rid of the nest, so they're gonna have to start over. In the meantime, I can walk back and forth just fine. Snap. I forgot to put the fertilizer in that one. Oh well. it's organic, and it says it has organic fertilizer nutrients in it. So maybe the potatoes will do good in those 3, and they won't need any extra nutrients. I don't know. It'll be fine. I'll put some on the top part, maybe. I don't know. I got all these bumps that itch really bad on my arm right here, and I think I might be allergic to something with the tomato plant, because look at this. I don't know if you could see that. Can you see that? They're all over. Anyway, they burn, they itch. So something on the tomato plant, because it kept rubbing up against this part of my arm. I must be allergic. They're welting. Yeah, that's welting. I haven't been bit. I've been welted. Anyway. Well, they're dry as a bone. That might have been part of their problem, is that they just aren't getting the water. The self-watering, it shows that there's water in there, but they're not getting any of that water. It's dry, dry, dry. So I don't think I like these self-watering containers. They get them too wet and then too dry. And then also, remember I planted the seeds in what I said was biodegradable cups? Well, no. There's some type of a plastic film. So this is not a good idea. Be fine to start it, but you have to take them out. I planted the whole thing. That I thought it would absorb into the ground. I did not realize there was this plastic lining. So my bad on that. So I'm not going to use those anymore. So they weren't getting down to the water. Nasty garden spiders, the zigzag spiders, got in here, took off that direction. Got to be careful now, because there's nothing like that web and seeing that big spider. This one's not that big, but it's just a matter of time before it gets bigger. Okay, I've ripped all these out. I'm going to stir up the ground somewhat, put nutrients in it, water it down really, really good so the whole ground is wet, and prepare to plant something. Lee's gone back to the city, and so I'm here, but we're filling the tote. It's about half full of water, so I can't access any of the water, which means that I can't do the planting without accessing the water, because I wanted to get those nice and soaked in there. And so I think that's it. I'm gonna just keep working on the garden. I've got to get it up to snuff, get these things planted and stuff. So I don't know, just gardening's kind of a lot of work, especially when you're switching over to new planting. I'll try to get up early tomorrow and we'll be back in the garden. In the meantime, you be sure to like, share, press the notification bell, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the homestead. Bye-bye now.